Hey everyone, Derek Johnson Davis, aka The Strategy Man. And my question for you today is, what's your passion? And I mean, really, what's your passion? And the answer may just surprise you. So mine, if it's the first time you've seen me, mine's adventure. I'm out here on the Californian coastline running again today. I love adventure, I love running, I love fitness, I love mountaineering. And that's my true passion. But it took me a long while to discover that. And I think for a lot of people, they never discover it, or they think they've got it, but when they're truly challenged, then maybe you got it wrong. And I would, particularly the entrepreneurs out there and the business owners, I ask this question a lot in business. I go, so when we're doing purpose, which is why do you exist as a business, one element of 5 is passion. So what is it that you're passionate about? And a lot of the time there's tumbleweed going through the room, which is amazing, but the brutal truth of business. A lot of people are building the wrong business, and a lot of people don't really truly understand what their passions are within the business. Because for no other reason that no one's really asked the question. I was challenged by my mentor many years ago, and I didn't know, and I had to go and discover it actually. And it's not what you think a lot of the time. It's like, yeah, no, I just love building business. Yeah, okay, well, which parts? And so many people say to me, oh, but I love building all the business. Okay, well, do you love finance? No. Well, you don't love building all the business then. Do you love hiring people and firing people? No, I don't love that either. Well, which bits do you love then? And you've got to dial it in. You've got to really work it all out before it's too late. Now, I think so many people look to me and go, well, you know, it's all right for you, Derry. You found your passion. You found your calling. Yeah, well, it took me 2 decades to do so, and a lot of hard work, a lot of failure. And I think the thing that truly woke me up was the death of my father. Now, I know a lot of you out there watching this will have experienced some form of death, okay? You've lost someone close to you. My father, he died from cancer, the big C, and I know this will resonate with so many people out there because I know a lot of you will have lost people in the same way. And it happened quickly, it happened really fast, and it was brutal to me and family and my mother who was left behind. The sad thing that really hit me during that time, and which spurs me to this day, is that my father actually died, but the saddest thing was he died with his dreams intact. He never truly found his passion, and he never lived the life that he wanted to live. He always was a someday guy. You know, well, one day I'm going to do this, and someday I'm going to do that. And someday never came. And that hit me so hard when it happened. When that really sank in, and once the kind of bereavement period was over, it took a long time, I vowed at that point that I was not going to go the same way. I vowed that whilst I was here on this planet, I was going to live life. I'm going to maximize life. I'm going to take everything that life got to offer. Now, I don't know what belief you have. I reckon I'm coming back sometime soon after this lifetime, but who knows? So I'm not taking the risk whilst I'm here that we might not be back. If this is my one shot at this earth, and look how beautiful it is, I want to experience all it's got to go. Everything that this earth has to offer in the lifetime we've got here. That's why I do the crazy stuff I do. I've run across the Sahara Desert, I've climbed the highest mountains in the world, I've done an Ironman, I'm heading out to Everest. All of that stuff it's not just pure ego sport, it's spiritual, it's a calling, and I get to see the coolest places on earth. You know, climbing the highest mountains on every continent. I've got to experience from Alaska to deepest Russia to Africa, and I can tell you, this world we live in is a magnificent place, and providing we as human beings don't screw it up in the decades to come. But I just love being out there. I love just being in nature. I love connecting with myself, and I love just reconnecting every single day, every single week, every single month, and going, am I living the life that I wanted to live? Am I really, truly living my passions? And adventure, for me, is one of those passions. My family, my children, and everything else, there's a number of other passions like there, but adventure to me is at its core. And if I'm not doing this, if I'm not out here watching the sunrise over this beautiful ocean, then I'm not living. and there's an emptiness in me. So now I want you to think about what it is and I mean truly, truly, what is it for you? Is it something you lost? Is it music? Is it yoga? Is it running? Is it sport? Well, what is it? There's usually a lot of clues in our childhood. I used to love adventure when I was a kid, and then I lost it for 2 decades. So, and I got it back. So what is it that, if money wasn't an option and time wasn't an option, then what is it that you do? How would you live your life every day? What is it that you'd miss? And I think the biggest one is, if you died today, what would you regret? What would be the one thing you'd regret that you hadn't done? Or hadn't done constantly? A lot of it's time with our loved ones, by the way. But don't just get into a full life of service either, where you feel like you're doing everything for other people. I got trapped in there in a good few years, particularly when my children were young, where it was all about my children, it was all about my wife, and I lost me in that process. So, and by losing me, I couldn't be fully present with them. That's the irony behind it all. It's a kind of a double kick in the nuts. So I want you to think, find your passions and live them, and share below what they are. And look, just life's too short. Life's too short, and this world is just too magical not to explore it fully. Good luck with that. See you on the other side.